think most people would know Sue very well by now. But I will do do it properly. I think most of you know that Sue's independent. We get the music down. Excuse me.
Yes.
Music down. Sorry. Sue's an independent LinkedIn consultant. I think that's where she does a lot of her work. Put my glasses on so I can read my notes. I've been very efficient here. She's obviously also a trainer and got a history as a career advisor. On the table there you can see she's a writer and an author and also a speaker. And she also consults in digital marketing and WordPress, web design, and teaches in that as well. Now, a little fun fact that you might not all know about, you probably will if you read the book, because I have, is that she's been on LinkedIn since 2003. And she's one of the first 80,000 people on LinkedIn. So she's been in, the networking game and promotion game for quite some time. Tonight we're looking at her second book. Her first book is on LinkedIn. You can see that on the table there. So she's putting words into action, and I can tell you I've read through this book, and there is a lot of information there. She's actually doing me out of a job. I'm a business coach, and there is so much business coaching, life coaching, career coaching messages in that that'll keep you occupied for weeks. And so it's a very easy read. I think one of the things I've noticed in this one, Sue, is there are a lot of personal stories in this. So you've actually given a lot of yourself in this, and it makes it a much easier read as well. But I commend you for that, because it's pretty hard to put your personal stories in there, and there's some tough ones in there as well. So well done with that. It's packed with real life scenarios and actions, and one of the things I got out of that is one of the quotes you put in there, that life should be a safe journey, but it's not always a smooth journey. There's always challenges, and so she reveals a lot of the challenges that she's faced and beaten in this book. So very well done. As I said, look, it really is a business coach journal and manual in one. She could package this, so you could package this and sell it like some of these development courses you've gone for $5,000-10,000 and put it in a nice thing. But she's actually giving you all this information for nothing. There's stuff there about values and purpose, the importance of support networks, the importance of having a belief system, and how certain beliefs can limit your future and what you achieve. And so you need to challenge some of the beliefs that you've got. The importance of responsibility and fairness in everything you do, and the need to learn and change what you do. Don't just stick to what you've done in the past. And seek help. If you don't know this stuff, seek help from other people and keep accountable to what you've learned. There are three main areas when you read through the book that I really pulled out of it, Sue. I'm sure other people will pull other things out, but I loved your ACT principle. Action changes things. So if you take action, you will change things. So I love that. Also the concept of capital and the 7 different forms of capital that are in there: social, intellectual, cultural, financial, gratitude, relationship, and influence. And these are all things you need to develop if you're looking for a job or looking to start a business. And I found that one really important. And then the final thing was the values and how it's important in anything you do, whether it's a job or a business, that it aligns with your important values. And of course you cover both the job and the business side of things. And look, just cut it short before I pass on to Sue, and she can tell you more about the book. My favourite action is action number 89. So when you go through the actions, there's 120 of them there. So it'll keep you, if you do one a day, it'll keep you going for a while. But this is really reflective of Sue, this action. It is be a lifelong learner. And I think that represents Sue very much. She calls herself a learning junkie in the book. And I think she's done, we'll say, every course and development book and read everything there is to do with personal development. And the final message I've got from that, and which is Sue to a T, is do everything with a smile on your face. So I'll pass over to Smiling Sue to tell us more about her book. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you coming along to Mix and Mingle, and I definitely hope that you make some really great connections, because I've been networking for a very long time, and there's a number of people in this room who've known me as a networker for a very long time. And I started off this year with a bit of a mission, and Rob knows what it is, because although he says everything is written in the book, I've actually decided I still need a real person to achieve my mission this year, which is to have a simpler life. So, I did set the target of writing 3 books, but you know, Rob and I are going to work together, and the next time we get together, he's going to help me work out what the heck does a simpler life look like, because yeah, my life is quite interesting. But I did set out with a mission to write 3 books, and as I said at my first launch, I've been collecting tips for a very long time. And I classify myself now as an experienced trainer, because I've been training since 1987. I'm a professional learner, because I go to so many events, you know. There's a number of people in the room who've seen me at events, and I really love, you know, learning new information. And then I'm a consultant in practice. And then I heard on the radio or somewhere just recently that, it was the career guy, Lawrence, who's written a book on careers, and he talks about the different types of books you can write. And so Hank would know all about this from Elyros Camberwell, which was where the book will be available, by the way. And thank you, as always, Hank, for supporting my books. But there's different types of books you can write. You can write how-tos, you can write memoirs, you can write lists. And then I started thinking about, oh my goodness, I've put all of those in one book, you know, because they're really, as Rob said, I've put a bit more of my personal story in it, because the first book I wrote, I felt after I'd written it was a little bit clinical, and I didn't really tell much of a story, and most of us relate to more stories. So I've put it out there. I didn't really feel comfortable doing that. It's a little bit challenging for me to share my personal story, but I've done it in the hope that it helps you understand ways that you can attract the right career or business, because I think it's really important that you follow your purpose, and anybody who's here who's in career development, that's what we work on, helping people achieve, is living a life of purpose according to their highest values, and working out what your values are can be tricky. I've also got a 120 Ways membership program, so if you join that, you also get access to the digital files, which I'm still yet to upload. I'm still writing the book on Thursday night, and so I really want to acknowledge Ingram Spark for getting it printed for me by yesterday afternoon. I mean, that Peg would know that is just like almost impossible to get a printer to print a book that quickly, so I really appreciate that. I've reused a lot of the principles here from my first book, so I've got the same design, and I've got another book coming out on the 23rd of August, which will also be in Camberwell, which is 120 Ways to Market Your Business Hyperlocally. So the first book was LinkedIn. This book is about LinkedIn and Google Plus and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and websites and networking and so on. And the next one is about, well, now that you've got your business, how do you actually keep it maintained? And now, of course, I've come up with an idea for the 4th one, which is, you know, once you've got your business, how do you keep it going and how do you get out of it? Because every entrepreneur should think about that when they start a business. So, yes, it's nearly 80,000 words, not quite. Most people tell me that a book is normally 40,000, so you're getting 2 books in one. And so Rob, amongst many other people, have told me, you shouldn't be putting it all in one book, Sue. You know, there's 6 books there and blah, blah, blah. And you can make products and you can make money. But that's not the sort of person I am. I just like giving value, and I like sharing what I've learned, because I think it's really important. The book is dedicated to my children. My children are inspirations to me. Carmen made a very courageous decision recently, which I'm very proud of. And my son Peter, I don't know anybody who can get 15 job interviews in 1 week. So, you know, and I didn't tell him what to do. So, you know, that just goes to show you that he is somebody who perseveres more than anybody. So, this book also reflects on some of the stories of some of my clients, so that's included as well. And I'm going to be speaking at the Career Development Association of Australia conference on Thursday about digital disruptions out the digital era is in, and that'll be recorded. So there's always lots of information on my SueEllson.com website. So if ever you know somebody who's looking for information related to careers or business, they can always check out my website and see where I'm going. Today I was teaching at the CAE how to promote your website free of charge. And I've got a bunch of groupies who keep coming to all my courses now, so that's quite fun. And I'm about to start teaching at RMIT University, as well as General Assembly, which is a really cutting-edge digital agency, do digital training, which I'm really excited about as well. We're focusing on LinkedIn. So there's lots to the story. There's going to be lots more to the story.
Very simple.
As you can understand, it does need to be changed a little, so it's simpler. But on Sunday night I go away to write again, and I go down to the sea and I write down there, and I love the sea air, and it's really fantastic. But I'd really like to thank you all for coming. Now there's two other lovely ladies who've written books who are here tonight. So first of all, Sharon, could you come up and tell us a little bit about your book? Okay. Thank you very much. So she's had the courage to put a book together on awesome careers for Gen Y. So tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, this is a very positive and practical book for Gen Ys and their parents, because it was actually their parents who kept coming to me and saying, "Oh, Sharon, what do I say to them?" And so I thought that the parents could work with their Gen Y children to forward their process with career exploration. It does take a bit of a different look at careers, and it is also, as I say, very practical, very positive. Gen Ys I've defined as being born from 1980 to 2000, so in that sort of era. But yes, it's a very wonderful thing to write a book. It sort of changes you in the process, and it's really good. But I'm actually working on one for baby boomers next.
Very good idea. Yes, new market there.
Yes, I don't want to mention the R word myself, so retirement is not.
Yes, well, Jackie's got a good word for it. What is it, Jackie? Pro-retirement.
Yeah, I'm not even willing to go there.
Yeah, no. Well, I have written an article called "Do you want to be seen as a guru or a dinosaur?" And I guarantee you, as I get older, I want to be a guru, not a dinosaur.
But anyway, so thank you very much. Much appreciated for the things to
Yes, and they're available for $25 signed as well. So, Sophia, would you like to tell us about your book? Yes. And does anybody else have a book? You can join them here. Tell us about your book. Yes.
This is a coloring book. I'm an artist, and I decided that I met Sue a year and a half ago, and I had an idea for a business, coffee business. And she says, "Who are you?" "I'm an artist." "No, you should do what your passion is." And after half a year of struggling with coffee, I decided, no, I have to ditch this idea. So I, as an artist who has I've had a number of exhibitions, I run an art gallery, this is part of my life, and I thought, coloring book, this is something that people may be interested. And living in Fitzroy, I thought, I'll get away from the traditional flowery nymph type of designs, and I used a little bit of an edge, and this is the graffiti. Fitzroy, very Melbourne, Fitzroy line graffiti. So I put it into the book, which this is the first book that I put on Amazon. But I did what Sue did. I put too much in one. So I split the book into three. Yes. 3 series. One is this one, and the others will be pictures of the world, little creatures, which are this unusual creatures that artists are putting on the wall. And the third one, the mine will be just painted ladies, the subject of women in the graffiti, and how the artists are presenting women in the graffiti art. So this is, they all are on my computer. And this fourth one will be for children. The work that I've done 15 years ago, and I had an exhibition of those doodles that I learned when I was learning Photoshop. And then out of those doodles on using my Wacom tablet and pen, I created a small exhibition. I thought I can use those images for children, because I already had a very good response from children. So this is the 3 books in the pipeline. They all, while I'm speaking, my Amazon, to my website, Pictures of the Wall is starting to be designed by English English website company. I mean, he's from England, but he lives now here and he loves it. So he understood immediately what I'm about, and we are working on the website. So this is it.
Good, excellent. Well, thank you, Sophia.
And the book is on Amazon under my name, Pictures of the Wall.
Excellent. And what I'm so pleased about is you look completely different to that woman who was trapped in the coffee machine of Amazon.
I still love coffee.
You know, and I sometimes have to tell this story about Sophia because, you know, people get, I do, but I don't say your name.
No, you can say my name, it's fine.
No, but I say, I had to meet with this lady and tell her she was facing retirement to stop, you know. It's really difficult to do that when somebody's invested a lot of money after they've been to a rah-rah seminar. But, you know, as career advisors and stuff, we have to be courageous enough to say,
no, I really
sorry.
appreciate the other thing that I've learned from this 1 hour with Sue was go and ask for help. Don't do it yourself. And I was trying to do everything on my own, and it was just impossible. It was too much. So,
all right, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that pretty much wraps up the formal part of this evening. So again, thank you for coming. The next book launch will be on the 23rd of August here in Camberwell, and Lanyon Partners. Of course, I haven't started writing the book. As I said, this one was only finished on Thursday night. I'm actually starting this one early. I'm starting on Sunday night. You know, how cool is that? So I'm getting closer to the simpler life. But really and truly, thank you for coming. It's great that you were able to be here. Please network. You know, please make the most of this opportunity. Please enjoy the Greek food. Thank you to Elyros for supplying that. And enjoy the rest of your night.